What's up guys, Joey here of YugaTech, and we're back with another top smartphone list for mid-2019. This time we're taking a look at phones under 10,000 pesos. Now, before we start, let's check out our parameters. So phones included in this list will be released in 2018 and 2019. They will also be readily or officially available in the Philippines. Prices are between 10,000 pesos and 5,000 pesos. And lastly, this list is ranked. Rankings are based on our opinion, based on our time spent with the devices. Always take it with a grain of salt because at the end of the day, the money is yours. So without any further ado, let's begin. At number 10, we have the Vivo Y91. So the Y91 is a toned down version of the Y95, sporting a smaller 3GB of RAM and a decent 32GB of storage. You also get an 8MP front camera. So basically, it's for casual users on a budget who want something that can handle a decent amount of workload and files and doesn't cost as much. So for that purpose, you get a Snapdragon 439, a 4030mAh battery, and FunTouch OS 4.5 based on Android 8.1 Oreo. So the Y91 will set you back 9,999 pesos. At number 9, we have the Realme C2. Compared to last year's Realme C1, the C2 is definitely an upgrade. You get up-to-date software, so ColorOS 6 with Android Pie. You get decent performance from that Helio P22 chipset. You get a really cool diamond cut design, and just overall, it's a decent enough entry-level smartphone if you're on a strict budget. The Realme C2 has two variants, 2GB of RAM and 16GB of storage, or 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. These will cost you 5,490 pesos or 6,490 pesos respectively. Now at number 8, you have the Oppo A5S. So with the A5S, you get a 6.2-inch HD Plus water drop IPS display. So you get that nice water drop notch. You have a more powerful Helio P35 chipset compared to the Realme C2, but also you get 3GB of RAM, 32GB of storage, and a large 4,230mAh battery. This will set you back 6,990 pesos. At number 7, we have the Asus Zenfone Max M2, not the Pro. So the reason why this phone is above the ones previously mentioned is because when we took it for review, it left us a good impression until now. You have a great brightness range with that screen, you have decent sound quality, decent camera quality at good lighting conditions, and since this is a Zenfone Max device, you get a decently sized 4,000mAh battery, which lasts longer compared to its predecessor, the Max M1. For internals, you get a Snapdragon 632 chipset, 3GB of RAM, and 32GB of internal storage. It will set you back 8,995 pesos. At number 6, we have the Redmi 7. So with the Redmi 7, you get great battery life, vibrant color reproduction, natural looking selfies even with the beauty mode turned on, surprisingly good audio, you get a Snapdragon 632 chipset, and for software you get MIUI 10 based on Android Pie. This one has two variants, 2GB of RAM and 16GB of storage, or 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. The former will cost you 5,890 pesos, while the latter will cost you 6,490 pesos. At number 5, we have the Nokia 6.1 Plus. So the reason why the Nokia 6.1 Plus is above the other 5 phones on this list is because it has a more powerful Snapdragon 636 chipset. You get a compact size, solid and premium build, and good performance. So for the 4GB RAM and 64GB storage variant, it's 9,990 pesos. At number 4, we have the Samsung Galaxy A20. So with the A20, you're getting a lot. You get an Exynos 7884 chipset, you have a large display, great cameras, long battery life, and for you Type-C aficionados out there, it does have a Type-C port for that 4,000mAh battery with 15W fast charging. For software, you Samsung fanboys are covered because it comes with One UI on top of Android Pie. So the Galaxy A20 comes with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. It will set you back 9,990 pesos. At number 3, we have the Samsung Galaxy M20. Alright, so the M20 is powered by an Exynos 7904 chipset. You get a larger 5,000mAh battery, also with fast charge, also charges via Type-C. Unfortunately, you don't get One UI with this one. You get Samsung Experience 9.5 on top of Android 8.1 Oreo, but it's cheaper than the A20. The 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage variant will cost you 6,590 pesos. At number 2, we have the Realme 3. So honestly, at this price point, you won't find any other Helio P60 powered smartphone. The Realme 3 also has decent battery life, really good cameras, and if you're on a budget and you want to play a lot of heavy games, the Realme 3 is the right choice for you. Additionally, you get ColorOS 6 with Android Pie, a 4230 mAh battery. So the Realme 3 has 3 price variants, starting at 6,990 pesos all the way up to 9,990 pesos. And at number 1, because you know in the hearts of most Filipinos this phone is still number 1, we have the Redmi Note 7. Between the Redmi Note 7 and the Realme 3, it was really close. So for the benefit of some people, we're just gonna call it a tie. Anyway, the Redmi Note 7 is really bang for your buck. You get a Snapdragon 660 chipset, a 48-megapixel Samsung GM1 sensor for its main camera, you get a 13-megapixel front camera, you get USB Type-C, it's great. So the variants we're referring to for this list are the 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage, or the 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage, which will cost you 7,990 pesos for the former and 9,990 pesos for the latter. Alright, so that wraps up our top 10 smartphones under 10,000 pesos for mid-2019. So if you guys are curious on what my recommendations are from this list, on the high end, you can't go wrong with either the Realme 3 or the Redmi Note 7. On the cheaper end, you can't go wrong with the Oppo A5S. Well, how about you guys? Which phone on this list is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like, subscribe to our channel for more content, hit that bell icon to miss any future uploads, and be sure to visit YugaTech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. This has been Joey, and I'll see you in the next one.